week 19 of the fantasy basketball season. And now with the fantasy trade deadline coming up here, here's a few forwards I look to sell and trade on this day before it expires. The first guy, Kawhi Leonard of the Los Angeles Clippers. So Kawhi Leonard, we know he's a load management guy. We know he's not going to play every game. And I know this Clipper team, though, they need to start making a little bit of a run here after losing the last 3 ball games in a row. And Kawhi Leonard on the season, 23 a game, 6.1 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.4 steals, 1.9 threes, and 50% from the field. In the last couple weeks, no doubt about it, the numbers have gone up, 29 a game, 6 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 1.3 steals, 1 block a game, 3 threes a game, and 51% from the field. So the numbers are great and everything, but Kawhi Leonard's just a guy I can't trust when it comes down to it. We've seen it with the load management. Now with Westbrook in town, definitely more touches are going to be out of his hands here for Kawhi Leonard. But he's been playing great basketball. But with all those factors factored in, this would be a perfect time to sell him high while he's pretty much at peak value and right before the deadline, because he's another guy I could see where things could fall apart for him in the fantasy playoffs coming up in the next couple weeks here. And he's not really a guy to count on. February 24th versus the Kings, 44 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 6 threes, 72% from the field. February 26th at the Nuggets, 33 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, 3 threes, 63% from the field. And February 28th versus the Timberwolves, 23 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, a steal, 3 threes, and 36% from the field. So right now, Leonard, he's playing great basketball. And while he's putting up numbers and giving fantasy owners 4 or 5 categories, this is a perfect time to sell him high right before the deadline, and possibly with his injury concerns, a good time to sell him. The next guy is Mikal Bridges of the Brooklyn Nets. So what a start it's been for him since trade Kevin Durant deal to the Nets on the season here for Bridges. 17.9 points a game, 4.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.9 threes, and 47% from the field. But the last couple weeks here since the deal, he's been a man possessed, 28.3 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 1.5 steals, 2.8 threes, and 58% from the field. So obviously with Bridges, we didn't see this type of monster production for him with the Phoenix Suns. And obviously with a Chris Paul, Booker, and Ayton as guys ahead of him in the pecking order over there in Phoenix, maybe we didn't see his full potential. And obviously now he's possibly reaching it with this Brooklyn Net team. But I don't think he's going to continue to put up these 25, 30-point games night in and night out for this Brooklyn Net team. So right now, where I think you could fetch a great player for him, or 2 solid players in a deal for him, this would be a time to do it. And Bridges right now, he's been a 5 or 6 category type of guy. February 24th at the Bulls, 13.6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 threes, 40% from the field. February 26th at the Hawks, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 2 threes in that one, and 50% from the field. And February 28th versus the Bucks, 31 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 3 threes, and 57% from the field. So right now, Bridges is playing great basketball, no doubt about it, for this Brooklyn Net team. He's a guy they possibly going to build around here in Brooklyn. And obviously, reports came out that they turned down multiple first-round picks after they got him from Phoenix. So the Nets believe in him. And fantasy owners, I think next season he'll be a top 20, top 30 players, Bridges. But the rest of this season here, I don't know how he's going to fit in and still picking up things with this Net team. So right now, while he's at peak value with this Brooklyn Net team, this is a perfect time to sell him high. And for this video, I'm not saying to sell guys high just to trade them. If you could get great value for them, this is obviously the time with the deadline here today in most leagues. In the third and final forward, I look to sell in trades. Gordon Hayward of the Charlotte Hornets. Hayward on the season, 14.6 points a game, 4.4 rebounds, 3.7 assists, to 347% from the field. But the last couple weeks here, 20.8 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.5 steals, and 56% from the field. So right here, this Hornet team, they're most likely out of it. We know LaMelo Ball, he's out for the season now with a fractured ankle. And Gordon Hayward, he's another guy with a lot of injury concerns throughout his NBA career. And right now, while he's playing good basketball and he's back healthy after missing some time early in the season here, this will be a perfect time because, like I said, if he goes down and the Hornets are out of him, it's definitely a possibility they could shut him down. So the last few games here for Hayward, February 24th at the Timberwolves, 27 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, a block, 2 threes, 55% from the field. February 25th versus the Heat, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a 3, 57% from the field. On February 27th, versus the Pistons, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 53% from the field. So right here, Gordon Hayward playing great basketball, no doubt about it. A guy could give you 4 or 5 categories, but he's just not a guy that I think could stay healthy. And with the Hornets obviously out of the race as well here, this is a perfect time to sell him high because he could just be out for an extended period of time at any time. So that's a few forwards that look to sell and trade here as the deadline approaches here today in Fantasy Week for Week 19 of the fantasy basketball season.